Kaylee Cuoco and Sam Claflin star in the MGM Plus original series, Vanished. When the man Alice loves disappears on a train to the south of France, every romantic memory becomes evidence. Every intimate detail, a potential threat. She thought she knew everything about him, but she may not even know his real name. New episode Sunday on MGM Plus. Finding the truth is a dangerous affair.
Excuse me! Taxi!
Come on, what are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Well, we are back, and an amazing day in Wall Street. 50,113. Larry Kudlow, the country's #1 economist. What do you think?
Well, I think it's down 50,000, and I think that's an important benchmark. It was a fabulous day. It was up 1,200. Over 1,200 points, 2.5%. And it was well distributed. I mean, you have the techies came back, so that's really good. Stocks like NVIDIA and Broadcom did very well. But you also had cyclical stocks like Caterpillar and 3M and Boeing. And you had some so-called value stocks. It was very well distributed. The S&P 6932, I mean, it's a good bet. It's going to cross 7,000. Very soon. S&P was up 2%. I mean, look, profits are the mother's milk of stocks. I've said this a million times. Profits are roaring. All right. One reason profits are roaring is we're in a technology boom. We're in a productivity boom. Unit labor costs are rock bottom, only 1%. And behind all of that, you really have the contents of the Trump policies, the one big beautiful bill, with tax cuts and deregulation. And it's all very pro-business, and that means it's pro-worker, because you got to have a healthy business in order to hire. Wages are rising faster than inflation right now, quite a bit, over $4,000 worth, according to Kevin Hassett of the National Economic Council. So I think it's a terrific story. And I think you're not going to get 1,200 points every day, but I think you buy stocks for the long run. And right now, everything looks very good, very, very positive.
Well, the Bitcoins. Why did people panic and it goes down from 119 down to 65? What happened?
Well, people panicked. You're right. Good call. But listen, it's more speculative. It obviously has a higher risk profile. So it's got to find its level. And, people are going to test it. It was, I guess the high was about, 115,000 at one point. And then it went crashing. Yeah, look, gold and silver got whacked. They're still at relatively high levels. But all these things have higher risk profiles, and that's why I personally would stick with the stock market. Again, I say stocks for the long run, and this profit cycle is going to go on for a while. Okay, I know we'll get corrections, and we had mini corrections with some of the techie stocks and the AI stocks and some of the software stocks, but they had the day in court, and now the froth is gone, and the markets come roaring back, and it's like 135 million. Roughly 135 million Americans own stocks. The big number, either through 401ks or IRAs or brokerage accounts or union pension funds. 135 million people, and they're really doing very well. And I will also say I think the stock market is a pretty decent indicator, not only of the future economy, which looks rosy, but also of elections. Stocks have a tendency to predict elections.
And,
so
the Trump thing for the kids, what do they call it?
The Trump accounts.
The Trump accounts. How much money is that going to create for the stock market for the kids?
Well, this is a fabulous, almost underrated thing that can turn poverty into wealth and millionaires. This is an amazing thing. And he needs to talk more and more. I'm interviewing the president on Monday, and one of the subjects we'll talk about is he's got to sell these Trump accounts. Everybody, regardless of who you are, every newborn gets $1,000 from Uncle Sam, okay, and then additional funds from families, employers. A lot of companies are pitching in. We're seeing individuals like Mike Dell has pledged $6.5 billion. But yeah, this is going to, first of all, increase the number of people in the stock market. But as these kids grow up, they're going to learn something, not only about the stock market, but about business and how our capitalist system works. And this is such a healthy development. I can't begin to say it. The Trump accounts is what they're formally called, the Trump savings accounts. And the money can't be touched until you're 18. And then you can access it there for education or if you want to start a business. I hope they don't access it because they'll be millionaires by the time they're 30.
Well, yes, I mean, that means every child born in the United States, if we put money into their account, they're allowed $5,000 per child every year. $1,000 from the government, right?
Yeah, $1,000 from Uncle Sam and $5,000 from their family, if they can. Yes, every year, and also $2,500 from their employer.
But there's still a cap of $5,000, I think.
On the family contribution, and a cap of $2,500 on the employer contribution. But that's yearly, okay, and. You look at stock market tables. Look, over the long run, you go to Jeremy Siegel's Stocks for the Long Run, which is the Bible on this. Basically, over really the last 200 years, stocks have increased 10% per year, 7% in real terms, adjusted for inflation. So the compounding effect is incredible. Now, investors, smart investors, of course, know this. But these young newborn investors will learn it, and it'll be a terrific lesson to be learned.
Well, tomorrow you're on from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. What are you going to be talking about?
Dow 50,000.
All right, okay. The number one show Saturday mornings in 178 countries and 50 states, and as far as Alpha Centauri.
The solar system. Don't forget the Milky Way.
And that Milky Way. Thank you so much. I'll be listening tomorrow. Larry Kudlow, 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock Saturday mornings, WABCRadio.com and LarryKudlow.com. And worldwide, you'll find out when is the Dow Jones going to hit 60,000. Thank you, Larry.